Hello, good morning, welcome back. You're back with Rob and Tracy at the Orlando, off for another walk and talk today. We're going to be covering sort of news that's coming out of Orlando, Walt Disney World, Park News, Universal, what's happening there. And Virgin. That's how we start our day. But we tend to go off topic a little bit and we say things which then tend not to be facts. So we're going to do the blog later to match this, so all the actual facts, dates and everything will be in the blog later if you want to really check things out. So we're just going to wander and chat. So yeah, let's get started on our usual little green lane. Off we go. So first things this morning, bit of excitement, wasn't there?
Understatement. Understatement.
We clicked on the My Disney Experience app. Oh, flying squirrels. We clicked on the My Disney Experience app first thing just to check what was going on there, and likewise checked on our Dial a Flight app, which we do usually once a week or so. When we clicked on the Dial a Flight app, it said this is not your most recent itinerary, please call us for more details. So
it was like, not again. So last time that happened, they changed our flights from a 10:11 flight to a 10 AM flight, which is now a great shakes. It's like we're still going to be at the airport daft early anyway. So so I thought, oh, okay, we might be going at 9 o'clock this time, but now over to Trace.
So we rang them and said your flight's been cancelled. So you know, the day that we thought was going to come had arrived. Everything cancelled, not going to Florida this year. Anyway, with some investigation from the very helpful people at Dial a Flight, it seems that it's the Manchester flights that are cancelled. Heathrow flights are still going at the moment. So we have thought about it and decided to just swap to the Heathrow flights, because we were thinking, you know, what would Walt do? And Walt would most definitely make it happen. You know, so we've swapped it to that one for the moment. Obviously still fully well aware that it may or may not happen because, you know, travel restrictions and all that. But at the moment, the dream lives on for another couple of weeks at least. So yeah, we swapped to Heathrow, and the flights were cheaper from Heathrow actually. So we got £400 and something coming back. So, you know.
The countdown continues.
Continues.
It's still on 35 days, so hopefully, you know, we can just keep chipping away. We keep seeing little positive things in the press with reference to, is there going to be testing afterwards? Is there going to be 14 days afterwards? What's going to be open? People are pushing for it, so all you can do is that, basically. That's all you can do.
So, but because we've managed to swap to the Heathrow flight, which it hasn't been cancelled, although all the Manchester ones have on that day, I guess the dream is still alive for another couple of weeks.
And we saved money as well, and we saved money on the hotel, because that was the other...
I wasn't going to go into that today, it's too long a story.
Okay.
Yeah, hotel, slight glitch there, but anyway, sorted, rebooked, not a problem.
But rebooked for cheaper.
Rebooked, same hotel, cheaper details, but that's another issue for another day. Universal has opened fairly successfully, from what we can see, with the new restrictions in place. Modified things, obviously the character meet and greets are still on. They're doing them very well actually, but you can't obviously go up and touch them and sit next to them like you normally would. But they're doing, you know, they're popping them on stages. So you stand sort of 6 feet in front of them and they're all in the background. So you still get them in your photos, you still get your photo ops, but you just can't touch them, which makes sense. Doing lots of fun little shows and what have you, aren't they, to try and enhance the experience?
There's lots of more little stuff going on. But so things with the photo meet and greets, you have to take the pictures yourself or get a family member to take them. The cast take 3. As we touched on with the photo ops for the characters, cast members will not hold your camera, so you either have to become the selfie king or get a family member and go into the photograph things in groups or one at a time. That's the only way you're going to get a pic, because unless you pay for the Universal do a park photo pass, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
I think you have to pay for it.
It's free with Walt Disney World, but Universal you have to pay for it. So you can pay for that and get your photos. Yeah. But they seem to be working okay in selfies, because you've got the distance between you and the cast members and the...
But they're putting the shows back on. We noticed yesterday the horror makeup shows back on as well now.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to be limited seating. Because I think if you get like a party of 4, they'll have the 4 of you and then 2 seats gap, and then the next person or next party. So it's like not as many in the theatre, because I remember that theatre used to get quite packed, hadn't it?
Yeah, it had.
So,
and they've opened as well, of course, the Bourne Stuntacular has had a soft opening this last week or so with you know, annual pass holders and people who just happened to be loitering around at the time. So they've had a soft opening of that. So they are obviously still putting some shows on, and so that's good. That sounds promising.
Yeah.
Socially distancing markers everywhere. That seems okay.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer as you get on and off rides. We're watching lots of our fellow vloggers doing that, and they seem to report that it's all going well.
Rides wiped down in between every
Rides
ride as
wiped
well.
down,
Sometimes they're wiping the cars down completely between each ride, and every other ride they wipe them down, soak them, and then they'll send the car out riding around the track empty, just to dry off the hand sanitizer, and then the next lot of people get on. So you can see they're actually taking it very seriously, which they are. You know, everybody's. So that's really good. They're actually being very, very proactive.
And the people that we've seen that are filming there seem to say that they feel safe and they feel like it's being taken seriously, and they didn't have any concerns. So yeah, things are settling nicely at Universal. They seem to have got it sorted. Walt Disney World, obviously, different kettle of fish.
Still an unknown at the moment.
Still an unknown because they haven't opened. There are opening dates for some of the resort hotels and for the parks. 2 opening on the 11th of July, and the last 2 parks opening on the 15th of July. And as we talked about before in one of the last vlogs, or a couple of vlogs ago that we did, there's this issue with all the fast pass system being changed. So they're bringing in a new park booking system. So theoretically, because this is to control the number of people going in, which incidentally Universal haven't arranged for a pre-booking. You can just turn up, but it's first come first served, because there still are limiting park attendance at the moment. So with Walt Disney World, they're going to try and control that by it's not enough to just have a ticket to get in the park. You're actually going to have to select your park days and reserve your day in that park on that day, which has obviously caused a lot of hoo-ha, a lot of rumours, a lot of panic, a lot of upset, because
it's going to be like Walt Disney World Resort and Walt Disney World Resort hotels
are getting first pick.
The first tranche of the reservation system going live, so that's not so bad, because our hotel is an official Walt Disney World hotel.
So we hope.
So fingers crossed again. Touching wood. Hang on. Touching wood.
So yeah, the first park booking reservation system comes open for Walt Disney World Resort Hotel guests on Monday, 7 o'clock their time, so that's 12 noon here. So we're waiting to see if we're in that little tranche of first bookings. Then it's open to annual pass holders on the 26th, I think, and then to everybody else who's already got ticket parks on the 28th of June. So either way, by next weekend we'll know if we can book anything and if we've been successful. That's a bit tricky in the sense that the UK, obviously the US people tend to go for 3, 4, 5 days, whereas we always go for 2 weeks in the UK. So we've all got 2 weeks. Most people from the UK have got 2-week bookings, 2-week ticket passes. Again, most people in the UK have got 2-week passes or 7-day passes at minimum. We're not sure how that's going to work with Disney. We're not sure how that's going to work because of Disney, because they're limiting park attendance. We're not actually sure how many days we'll get to book.
We're not sure. We're not actually sure whether you're going to book the day or whether you book the time. Because what we like to do there some days is go to Cracker Barrel first for a breakfast, so we don't want to say, right, you've got to be at Cracker Barrel for crack of dawn, no pun intended, and then still try and get to the park for 9 AM, because you're not going to happen, especially like the Magic Kingdom, where you've got to park your car, get the transportation to the transportation hub, and then get from there into the park. That's a good 35-minute trip at best, easy. On an easy day.
So we just need to double check, because we're not sure whether, if you say, for example, you want to be in the Magic Kingdom at 10 o'clock, whether you have to actually go in at 10 o'clock or whether you're only allowed to go in from 10 o'clock onwards. So that will be an unknown until that actually crops up on our system and we know what to do. All I would say is, if you're travelling, if you're a UK, or well, anywhere really, but if you're travelling to go to Walt Disney World either this summer, hopefully, or any time in the next 12 months, make sure you get the My Disney Experience app and make sure you link your park tickets to that app, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to book any reservations in the park at all, which will then of course mean that you'll turn up at any given park on any day and you can't just walk in like you used to. You can't just show your ticket, go in.
Yeah, because they say this is going to be going to September 2021 at least.
2021 at
because
least.
Next year is the 50th anniversary, and that is going to be a complete and utter bun fight trying to get in there because of all the special stuff they're going to have going on, possibly, hopefully, fingers crossed. Because they've got the new rides, Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy, etc.
Yeah, so...
But they're looking at as well, this is just another rumour, this is at the moment, the rumour is that next year they may suspend the 7-day and 14-day booking passes, so you'll have to buy a daily pass to try and get in.
Or a couple of days pass, you know, whatever the US
you have to buy your passes
is.
in the States. So.
Yeah, so because they obviously don't want people to be able to block book 14 days of visits into the park. So that's what's going on this week. So yeah, it's essential if you're going anytime, if you're meant to be going this year and you've postponed to next year, please get the My Disney Experience app, link your passes to it, because otherwise you will not get in any of the parks. You must book them in advance, and that's till at least next summer.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. We'll put some more details in the blog about that, and hopefully we will find out more by the end of this week when we may or may not have booked something.
Yeah, it goes live on Monday, doesn't it?
Live Monday, but we don't know if that's for us or not.
Yeah.
We're not sure about our hotel status. But anyway, so that's that. Other shock news this week. It seems that Universal are building and advertising for their Halloween Horror Nights celebration. So that seems to be going ahead. And then conversely, Disney have cancelled all of their Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween night events for this year completely, which has shocked and probably upset a lot of people. But
it's not a cheap night. It's nearly $100 each, and if you've got a family of 4 or 5, it's quite a lot of money, and you have to pre-book the tickets quite a bit in advance because they do sell out really quickly. They do,
and also they were saying that you know, they're trying to keep anything to a minimum that involves a massive crowd. So it's going to be revised experiences for a while yet, and they've obviously thought that the Not So Scary Halloween thing is something they can't do. So that's another little negative that's come out this week. They haven't said anything about the Christmas celebrations, not yet, so that's not been released.
That's going to be awkward for them because Christmas is the busiest time in the park. So Christmas Day is the busiest day in the parks ever, which I always find remarkable. It was the one day you want to chill out at home
and eat,
you know, and eat and whatever. And then
people are cramming into Disney.
You know, people are queuing up at 3, 4 a.m. to get in the car park.
So I guess, you know, all of this is an unknown until they know how, you know, if the increase in crowds in all these places actually, you know, increases the risk and brings another surge of the.
But they have said they will be doing like
problem. Let's call it a problem. Let's not call it
with the character meet and greets. They're changing the way they structure that, haven't they? Where they're going to have like more parades coming down the street, but you won't be able to.
Yeah, well, they've said not parades, as in, you know, like before they have you know, there's a parade. It's a set time, because they don't want crowds of people standing in one spot at any given time. They're doing like impromptu, you know, just you don't know when it's happening.
Mob,
you don't know when it's happening. You know, like the hoedown just appears suddenly in Adventureland and things like that. So I think they'll go back to randomly. Just, you know, you'll find characters standing, say, over the station as you enter Main Street, or you know, just suddenly they'll pop out in a car and drive past, and you get a good wave and what have you. So, you know, there's going to be some. It's going to be different. But there are going to be some, you know, new things to keep the Disney magic alive, which we're looking forward to. Because, you know, as sad as it is that I can't go and put my arm around Mickey and have a hug with him this year, I have got hundreds of pictures of me doing exactly that. So I guess it'd be nice to see something different. Yeah.
I mean, every time we go, it changes. It's a constantly evolving place. The Walt Disney World and Universal Studios. The way they do shows, interactions and whatever, so they're making the best of a bad job, really, to be fair. They really are.
So we're expecting lots of random photo ops of people just turning up. Prime example of that at the moment is in Disney Springs. with the
Stormtroopers,
stormtroopers, which appear at the top of buildings in a couple of different places.
Telling people to socially
distance and move along and stop standing there, sir, with your camera, and generally just having a bit of a joke and a laugh and a bit of banter.
But there's
this is new.
Now they've put some photo ups up in Disney Springs, so they've got the actual Disney photo pass photographers there as well. So they're maximising that, so you can have like little pretty locations like by the lake at Disney Springs, by the Lego dinosaur, get a photograph taken there, and outside all the Disney shops. So yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah, so they're trying their very best to keep the Disney magic alive.
Right, okay, now we're back in the room.
So
okay.
yeah, the new park booking system, must get your Disney app, must get that linked. Universal haven't got a booking thing, you just first come first serve, but they do
virtual queues.
Yeah, they are doing virtual queues, so you could do with the app for that as well. So assuming that you get into the park, and to be fair, we haven't heard anybody say that they had gone there and not got in, even though they're controlling the crowds. We imagine the numbers are pretty low still.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've got the Universal app as well, which you'll need because they're doing virtual queues and
virtual tickets as well,
mobile food ordering.
Mobile food ordering, yeah. And I think they're doing the virtual tickets as well. Before, like, they've changed it where you used to go in, scan your pass, and then scan your finger.
Oh yeah.
They stopped scanning the finger now, you just scan the pass.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And there's also something going to change with the way they did the bag checks at Disney. We've seen little things popping up about it. Before you used to go in, the security guard, he was very pleasant. Go in, get your bag, have a rummage through, make sure you've not got a gun or a grenade or something stupid in there with you, or a knife, which is American, you never know. And then, but now they're changing it to like an X-ray machine, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that might speed it up.
So yeah, basically the bag check will be an X-ray rather than a security guard routing through, because that obviously means you couldn't socially distance from them. So. Yeah. That would be useful, and they're doing the no-touch temperature checks to get in everywhere really. So both, Universal and Walt Disney World parks and Disney Springs everywhere, and we obviously touched on as well face coverings. So we have with delight been watching some of our favourite vloggers on various roller coasters and rides with various styles of masks.
Tim Tracker's been trying out 3 or 4 different ones on the Mako in SeaWorld.
And our lovely friends from Ear to Ear Magic, we've watched them being, running around Universal and having a nice experience.
Yeah, and Mr. Rick Flicks and his wife Nikki as well, doing it the same.
With their masks and telling us about everything that's going on there.
The way to go though, if you want a decent tan by the looks of it, or an all over face tan, is to go to a water park.
You don't have to wear
once you get in the water park, you can take your mask off, or if you're sitting by the pool in your hotel.
Apparently
there's no mask required.
Well, that's at Universal anyway. We don't know about Walt Disney World yet, but Universal, if you're staying at a Universal hotel and you're lying by the pool, you don't have to wear your mask, so you're not going to get strange like tan, or in my case a line of no freckles. So that would
I think the biggest complaint at the moment is people having sore ears with a little stretchy elastic behind the ears.
So we've got some with elastic around the ears, some with elastic around the back of the head.
Yeah. Tracy's mum's a dab hand with the sewing machine from a former job as a tailor. So she's made some masks for us. We've got some Minnie Mouse ones and some Mickey Mouse ones and Mickey Mouse ones, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse ones, and some like Minnie Mouse material, polka dot material ones as well. So
yeah.
But we saw yesterday. Yeah, we saw yesterday though in the Disney store you can get all like the cast related ones, the character related ones. Sorry, you got like Lilo and Stitch ones, Pooh, can't you?
Yeah.
Eeyore, there's some, I can't think the other one now.
And there's some nice ones with just, like Minnies and Mickeys, like the logo, the ears logo, so you can get those as well. So yeah, we shall no doubt buy some when we get there, and if they're still required, depending on whether it's a 2020 or a 2021 visit. So yeah, it's all the unknown, isn't it? Because we don't know what the issue is going to be like once all these things open. We don't know whether it's going to suddenly have another bit of a breakout, which we hope not. So
well, going on to that, because it was announced 2 days ago that the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, has mandated that if you put any public place in Orlando now, you have to wear a face mask.
Yeah.
This is just to stop it spreading, just to try and not keep it down not because there's been a spike or anything, like just to keep it down. So they're trying to like they're very proactive at the moment, which is good.
Which means they're watching it and see it. So I mean, we feel fairly. If we do get to go this year, we feel fairly safe about that.
I mean, with my job, I work on the track at Jaguar building engines, and I'm working in close proximity to guys. And of course, Jaguar Land Rover takes the self-distancing very seriously. There's loads of measures in place. We've got isolation screens. We're all kept apart, and free hand sanitizer and washing your hands every hour and everything else. So that's really good.
It is possible,
it is possible to keep it down. And I don't think there's hardly anybody had an issue with it, to be fair, you know. It's just a bit strange when you're used to talking to somebody at work who's 5 foot away. You have to turn around, there's a big blank screen there. So yeah, I mean, the social distancing is possible, you know,
and they are taking it very seriously in the Orlando area for us, from what we've seen, and from like I say, from our friends there that are going and checking these things out for us, because we're not able to, because of what we've seen them do and with the things they've implemented. I mean, so far we feel fairly safe and comfortable about travelling there.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch like the guys from here, they went to Chef Art Smith's homecoming. You have to wear your mask walking around Decent Springs, but as soon as you go in the restaurant and sit down, you can take your mask off. But all the servers and staff,
kept theirs on, didn't they?
They kept wearing masks. So and they said, like, they still feel absolutely fine. There's no no trepidation.
There was
nothing.
A virtual menu on there.
Yeah, a little QR code.
Yeah, and also Susan from Ear to Ear has some intolerances and issues, so it's a limited menu at the moment from what we can gather. So
I think it's a lot of places, isn't it, that?
So probably due to what they can get and not get, but obviously whatever she wanted to have or needed to have wasn't on the menu, but the chef came out to her, discussed her options with her and found her pretty much what she wanted to have, which just wasn't on the menu. So we're not too worried about that either. We're thinking that me being veggie, because they're so good at customer service there, that even with the restrictions they have in place, we're pretty sure that we will be able to find something for us to eat and not have an issue with it at all. So it's all good really. So we I think we're not going to do a crazy long vlog today, are we? Because it'll all be covered in the blog, hopefully. And we'll get the facts right in that, honestly.
And also we've got to sort out the upload, because we had a bit of a nightmare trying to upload it, didn't we?
As you can see, because we were actually referring to things that had happened a week ago, because we unfortunately it took us so long to figure out how to get the video sorted and edited and uploaded, but we're learning. And
I'm not the most tech savvy. I'm a bit of a Luddite, to be fair, and
I'm not great either, so but
9 times out of 10 Tracy just throws a phone at me and says, fix this, it's broken.
So we will hopefully get as good as the people we're watching at some point, but you've got nothing to worry about yet, guys. We're miles off. We weren't even in focus yesterday, although that might have been good for me. I did
that was due to the quality, because I clicked the wrong quality box. Instead of loading at 1080 or 4K, we clicked 7
just to get it uploaded, really.
Just to get it uploaded. I thought, if you click that button, it uploads quicker. So it's a lesson learned now, because it was quite blocky and pixelated. But
like I say, that suited me. A nice soft focus on my face. If I could do this in candlelight, I probably would, because that would be really good. So I don't look as much like a movie star as I thought I did, which is tragic, really. But there you go. So how about you?
Me, mate, I tell you, I was like.
I think you got movie star looks.
Oh yeah, Shrek.
That means I'm Fiona then.
That's all right then. Fair enough.
Oh my goodness.
Fiona is the ogre, or was Fiona as Fiona?
No, as the ogre.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go as the ogre.
No, Fiona is Fiona.
Oh bless you.
I have to say that I'm married.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to now, because you're married. So
the thing is, I say, just recapping on the earlier thing about the flights, we've also got I've got several work colleagues who are supposed to be on the same flight as us. So this morning's been like a flurry of WhatsApps to different people saying, have you heard about your flight? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, ours is cancelled. And I'm like, damn it, I'll get back to you, but I've heard nothing back yet. So I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll keep you informed.
And all kudos to Dial Flight, because they.
To be fair.
I mean, I don't know when it was cancelled, the flight out of Manchester, but it was on my app ready to, and I rang them and it was instantly dealt with. So big up to Dial Flight. They have been brilliant throughout all this uncertainty. And let's be fair, it is still uncertain.
Yeah.
We've swapped to a Heathrow flight, but who knows what's going to happen with that. But you know, they were on it.
Yeah, because Trey said, do you mind if it's Heathrow? Because as long as it's not Gatwick. But
well,
not anti-Gatwick, it's just the travelling there and back is the issue. So.
And we may get an overnight stay with the son and daughter-in-law.
Yeah, in the new house, yeah.
In their new house, if we get to go, because they'll be safely in their new house and they're kind of not too far. They're nearer to there than here, so we may get a little overnight sneaky stop with them and a cuddle of the grand pup.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. So yeah. So take a look at the blog later for the real facts. But yeah, and if you're a UK person travelling any time in the next 12 months, do take a look at this week's blog. If you look at nothing else that we've done, have a look at this week's blog, because it will make a difference. Even if you're staying in a villa away from Disney, if you haven't got the app and you haven't linked your passes to it, you won't be able to reserve any days in the parks. So you need to get on that, really. And if you're going to Universal, get the Universal app too.
Yeah.
So there's no point in them putting all these things in place.
I mean, the Universal app's quite good as well before all this started, because you could do virtual queues. I mean,
yeah, you always could.
You could even queue for the Fast and Furious ride if you wanted. I wouldn't. You could even queue for the Fast and Furious ride if you wanted.
We wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I'd queue for the AC and then bail out the chicken door, as they call it, at the end. But
anyway,
it's pants. But that's by the by.
That's our opinion. Not endorsed by Universal, that's our opinion.
No.
But yeah, so get those apps in place. If you do nothing else, just get them in one of your party's phones and link all the people, and then you'll be able to book your park days for Disney, your virtual queues, your dining. It's just the thing to do. Yeah, so just get everything booked, or get it up and ready, so that you can order your food and everything remotely and look at virtual menus. It's the best way to keep you safe as well. So yeah, it's all good.
All good. So that's us signing off. So we'll catch you with the blog later on today, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Take care of yourselves. Bye.